changes from the last game to the starting 11. What was the plan, and what are your thoughts at the end of it?
Well, clearly across these 4 games we're needing to look at different players ahead of the World Cup. So today was part of that process. We knew on the back of a physically tough game in Germany the other night, also to refresh the team was going to be important. So it's the same as I said yesterday. You know, you're of course wanting to win the games, and we're disappointed not to win the game. I think we had 2 or 3 very good chances that, you know, we have to take. You don't get loads of chances in games against the top level teams. That's how it is. We'd like to have created more given the amount of possession we had, and we definitely used the ball better in the back 2/3 of the field than we did the other night. So that was pleasing. But in the end, we've not got the goal to make the difference, and you know, we very, very reliant on Harry and Raheem for our goals at the moment, and that is a concern. With the players that came into the team, very pleased with Aaron Ramsdale. I thought he made important saves, was very calm in possession of the ball. So that was exactly what we were hoping he would bring. With Fikayo, who I thought in the main defended very well, was calm with the ball. His speed is a great asset for us at the back. So I thought he played with confidence. I thought Prowsey did a very good job, used the ball well, organised the game. His switches of play were good. So I thought it was a really positive night for him. And Tammy we were happy with. We took him off because we wanted to refresh the forwards at that stage of the game to try to win the game. He'll obviously be disappointed not to take the chance right at the start, but I thought his hold-up play was good, and he worked well for the team. Sorry, that's a very long...
No, I don't
No,
need to translate it.
Can I ask you about Jack Grealish? I mean, you've talked a lot about the public clamour and the clamour amongst some of our guys as well for him to start a game. He did tonight. Did he impress you? Did he do enough?
Well, Jack is what we saw tonight. You know, he's a player who takes the ball, who retains the ball really well. He's got that close control that can put teams on the back foot. So didn't really have, I think only one attempt on goal tonight. And you know, I go back to what I'm saying with all of our attacking players. Harry and Raheem at the moment are the ones that consistently get the goals, and that's an area that we've got to improve if we're going to progress as a team.
Hungary and Germany have drawn tonight,
Mm-hmm.
so it's bottom of the group, but it's all still quite open. It's only 3 points to the top.
Yeah.
How do you see it? Is it must win against Hungary?
Well, to win the group, we need to win on Tuesday. So, and I think having a full house here will be a huge lift for the players. You know, you're at a stage of the season where it's been incredibly difficult for them, 2 very tough away games, and to come here and play in front of no fans when you're having those moments where you're pressing for the goal and you're dominating the game, but there's nothing coming from the terraces, and then the opponent don't have the pressure of the fans behind them. So really tough schedule for them, 2 tough away games and a home game that isn't an advantage other than the people who've looked after us brilliantly here. So we can't wait to come here on Tuesday when the place will be bouncing, and it just will add that extra percentage or 2 that at this point we could do with that help.
Hi Gareth, you've mentioned a few times about how reliant the team is on Harry, Kane and Raheem Sterling. Just how much of a concern is that, and what can you do to change that?
Well, we keep working on getting the balls into the right areas, but in the end, in the attacking areas, the quality of play is crucial, and there's been a little bit of a lack of sharpness in those attacking areas across the 3 matches really. So we've got to just make sure that we keep getting the balls through the opposition, get them into the right areas. I think we had the players on the pitch today. We made the changes that we hoped would refresh the team as well. But we also played an Italian team who were very well organised. I was pleased with how we got through their initial press, and to have as much of the ball as we had against them was a positive. But having a lot of the ball doesn't guarantee you win matches. We had a long discussion yesterday about needing to control games better, which is a desire without a doubt. But controlling games with possession doesn't guarantee the goals, and in the end, if you don't score them, you end up open to criticism, as I'm sure we will be.
The point about the strikers is really interesting, because traditionally England have relied on one or two forwards for their goals. Obviously, if they get injured, it's a problem. But does that loom as large in your mind? Because really, they are too great. I mean, Harry Kane scored 50 goals for England. We can bank on it.
Well, I mean, the concern is if you don't have him for whatever reason. So, but every top team relies on their best players. France last night were dead and buried, and Mbappe comes up with something. So, of course, in the end, the quality of your top players has a large factor in determining how successful you are. We're very fortunate that we've got some very good ones, and our captain's goal scoring record is phenomenal. But we have got to start to spread that load, and there are players that are scoring more regularly with their club. We've got to convert that into international football, we've just got to keep working on getting them into those right areas. I think a draw was fair on the clear chances created. I think we were the dominant team in the second half, and that's a period where, if we'd had a full house, I think that does make a difference. We were back to that soulless experience we had through COVID, where every ball that flashes across the box that would get an emotional reaction gets nothing, and every tackle that's won that raises the tempo gets nothing. So very hard for the players today, but I thought they really stuck at it, and I thought their commitment and a lot of the quality of their play to a certain point on the pitch was very good. Yeah, Aaron, we were very pleased with important saves. I thought his calmness in possession was exactly what we had hoped he would bring, and there was one misplaced pass into midfield, but generally I thought that the time he took, the composure he showed, helped us to build from the back, and that's an important attribute to have in international football.
Yeah, Gareth, 3 games in the World Cup. I know it is what it is, and it's the same for everyone, but that's extraordinarily challenging, isn't it, when you're trying to make all these decisions and projections at the end of a very long season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like the Nations League was 2 years ago, where we were managing minutes like you would in a pre-season, and that's incredibly complicated when you'd like to be honing the team and fine-tuning things, but that's not the situation we're in. So we're trying to set out the best possible way to get through these games, learn as much as we can, of course with a desire to win, but there is a bigger objective for us at the end of the year as well, and what I didn't want to do was keep rolling out the same team, because a win might relieve a bit of tension on my shoulders, when the more important thing is the team and how we progress ahead of the World Cup. So for me, it was really important to see those players come in and play as well as they did, and that was as important today as the result. No, I think what you said, I do think today that edge that a crowd brings as well, because the game is just a totally different experience, and difficult for everybody. So, but no, I think I can't fault how the players have worked on the training pitch, the endeavour they've given in the games. they have shown moments of quality. Today, some of the early passages of play where we got Mason free between the lines, and he linked the game really well, and was helping us to get into that final third. But you are playing against a team that have excellent defensive organisation as well, and a very good goalkeeper. So we know right across the board in the category A games, if you like, chances are hard to come by, and when you get them, you've got to take them. Yeah, well, without a doubt, we'd like to win the game and send the supporters who are going to be here happy, and finish on a positive note that would probably leave the group wide open. So, Phil, I think it's going to be really difficult given the volume of training he's had to this point. It's frustrating because we've only had him available for, I think, 6 matches this season, I think we've started him in 5 of those and brought him on in the other. So it's no secret that we like the player. But I just think, the reaction to training that he's had, or the inability to train at a real intensity to this point, we're only 2 days away from that decision. So he's desperate to give it a go. He wants to be with us. We'll have a look at him again tomorrow, but I think it's, I've got to be realistic about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.